Will Jackson, and I work at Soundworks. It's mainly sort of record production and all sorts of things. We make a noise, we make a racket.
Hi, I'm Ollie. I'm a work assistant, so I help him out on the bigger sessions and do a bit of my own mixing here and there, just really just learning off him at the moment. I just knew Will of all the work he did and knew of the studio. Literally just rang up, said, come in, see what you do. And luckily there was a position open, ready to bill. I'm a trumpet player, is how I got brought up, classical trumpet, then I sort of went to jazz, and more recently now I've been down recording a while, I've been playing bass and stuff in other bands.
I initially started on piano, that was my first instrument, and I studied trombone at college and singing as well. But I got into the guitar when I was about 13. I've been playing that ever since, and it's really a toss-up between keyboards and guitar all the time, really. It's handy to know how the instruments work, then you can help people out with, you know, their sound, how to put things together. I used to be in a band called Magna Carta, it was like an acoustic band, and we used to tour around Europe. But Magna Carta were primarily an acoustic band with touches of electric. So I was playing slide and grand piano a lot of the time.
Thing I'm most proud of is definitely a band called Woo Life, their album Go Tell Fire to the Mountain, which was recorded in an abandoned church in Manchester. The sound when the album came back from being mixed was absolutely incredible. I think at the moment they're touring America. Last I heard they were going on Letterman, which is pretty impressive. And they just did two gigs at the Sydney Opera House, sold out 2 nights. They're from Manchester, which ain't cool though, definitely not.
There's a certain thing you get off a great band. For example, the Stones. When you go and see them live, it sounds like it's just about to fall to pieces, but it never does. And there's a certain ingredient there. Band members allowing each other their own space to do things. There are certain bands who are not really masters of their instruments, who are eager to show off their prowess on their instrument, which doesn't necessarily enhance the songs.
Wiz Khalifa, he was in a couple of weeks ago.
They're touring Europe, him and his chums. They like their amusement age, shall we say. I won't say any more than that.
It's a lot of weed, a hell of a lot of weed. You can hardly see through the studio, which is quite exciting and rock and roll.
I really enjoyed doing the Pigeons album, actually. It was the first album, it was a long time ago. That was fun.
I don't think we realised how popular the first album was. We were kind of submerged in a world of touring, playing festivals, being backstage, being on a bus. We were tour whores for a long time before we got a name. You know, we bought our own transit van, we'd take ourselves to Nottingham, we'd drive ourselves to London.
It was a bit awkward to record because they were sort of beginning to get a lot of tour dates, big stuff, and they just wasn't kind of. So we were snatching time between tour dates, so it was difficult to keep continuity between sessions.
We did that with Will Jackson, the first recording in his Soundworks studios.
We'd never been in a studio. For me that was exciting. The New York experience was the best one. But the first record, we'd never really been in a studio. We were making our debut album. I think that was more exciting than the third one.
My favourite band that I'm working with at the moment. The only band that I'm working with at the moment is Club Smith.
They supported us last tour, so yeah, maybe we've got a keen eye for up and coming Leeds bands. 'Cause yeah, they played with us on the last UK tour.
They've got some really strong material and they could do some really good things. And it just needs somebody with some vision to come on board and, you know, give them the promotion that they deserve.
I feel like I can love more freely after meeting Will. The first thing that Will did was put us in a room playing together, and then as a result of that you capture the sort of nuances of a live band, because not everything's done exactly in time, and there's more of a sort of elusive feel to it, which is actually probably shouldn't sound better but does, because it's just slightly more organic. We were in a band and VJ joined it, and then we disbanded that band because he had brought too much of his presence upon it and it was becoming a different band, so we created this new band, Club Smith, and then we're now this band. You're about to say band again if you want. Band.
Never really predict. You can get a feeling how you'd like them to be. I think they could do very well. Who knows? It's all up in the air. I'm hoping they will be.
Album number 3, writing album number 3.
In 5 years?
Yeah, well, I was just thinking about that. Album number 1, couple of years, album number 2, couple of years, album number 3. Yeah, album number 3.
It's kind of like one of them moments.
Headlining Ziggit Festival.
Oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That'd be good. A lot more drum solos. On album number 3.
Yeah.
The infamous drum solo album.
Ideas to be developed. So, I mean, it could run and run, or they might say, nah, we're going to go to Johnny Leatherpants in LA for the next one. Who knows?
But we're going to do another tour in January and February with Kaiser Chiefs. Oh, you just ruined it then, Lee. That was the big moment. We're going to do another tour in January and February with Kaiser Chiefs. We're going to do another Kaiser Chiefs. We're going to do another tour with Kaiser Chiefs.
Massive, crunchy nastiness.